Hello everybody, welcome back to SmashPad's Top 10 Games of 2018, and here we're taking a look at number 8, Tetris Effect. And yeah, so this game is out on PS4 and PlayStation VR. I believe it'll probably come to PC sometime next year, as well as the VR platforms over there as well, much like Res Infinite, but for the time being, it is only on PlayStation VR, and it's been one of the games that has gotten people uh, really interested in PlayStation VR this year, especially compared to the last few years, where we got Astrobot, Rescue Mission, Moss. There's the Persistence, there's Creed, Rise to Glory, Firewall 0 Hour. Anyway, let's just hop in here. Let's go into the journey mode. Uh, Show you a few minutes of this. So we'll play, probably on normal. And yeah, one of the things, like just playing it in VR versus, let's see, let's find something cool to show you guys here. Is this going to be a cool one? This one actually might be pretty... Actually, let's go down here. Yeah, so there is something really cool about this. So, you might think this is just Tetris, but it's Tetris with a luminous flair to it, and that is specifically brought on because Tetsuya Mizuguchi of Luminous fame, Res, all that stuff, Space Channel 5, his studio made this. And so that is a big factor in how this game has brought a lot of people into it with a style and a vision to it that Tetris games haven't really had in a long time. Seeing like EA and Ubisoft and all these other companies sort of make Tetris games, it becomes pretty obvious that they don't necessarily look at it as a passion project to the degree that you would want. Instead, they look at it. Yeah, I'm going to let that one go there, but yeah, not doing great right here, but you can very much tell that Mizuguchi loved Tetris, and this was one of his dream projects, and that's how Luminous came about, because he could not get it back then. Get the rights or the ability to make that back then. So he said, you know what, I'm going to make my own puzzle game, and made a really good one. That was sort of one of the defining games for the PSP, especially early on. And so now he's applied a lot of the same stuff. You can hear like the music going along with what I'm doing here. That just feels really good. Feels and sounds really good. As you can see, like, I can look around. Oh, we're on the moon. And you would not get this in a Tetris game from anybody else in this industry. Outside of maybe, like, I don't know, Keita Takahashi, who, if you don't know, made Katamari Damacy, was the creator of that. That's another guy who would just make a very weird Tetris game, I think. Should decide, let's just go crazy and let Japan keep making weird Tetris. Because you might remember last year was Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is a very, very weird thing. And yeah, so now here's also another cool thing. It's only in this mode, but it's zone mode. So here the action freezes. As you can see here, it's kind of muted a little bit, but we're just trying to get these trying to get these pieces down. Crap. Oh, I got a 7. So Tetris, no special name. I've gotten to Octris. I guess what it's called. Probably 9 or 10 lines, I think. I know it's not Oct, but it doesn't have names for literally every kind of number you could get, but you can get a full 18, maybe more, I guess. You get a full screen here of 18 lines, and that's specifically a trophy. So I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. So it's something you can do here. In the TV version, you can also tilt this a bit to help you here see a bit of the 3D nature of this whole thing. Though I'm not really able to see it too much. But yeah, this is just a really good Tetris game. Oh, there's some dolphins. And sort of as I do this, dolphins come around, hang out, do some stuff. Boom. And yeah, this you can obviously play without PlayStation VR. It's still a great game. But I think this is a really cool aspect of this. And as I mentioned on my own Twitter list, like, if you told me a killer app for VR in 2018 would be a Tetris game, I would have thought you were lying. If you told me that last year. Because as most people would probably try and think of like what that would be, you know, you would not come up with do that one. Not really think of what this would actually be. And yeah, so this is where this is gonna get a little bit tough, just because it's cranked up the speed to 9, which I am not equipped to handle. I'm making all sorts of poor decisions, but I can get myself out of this. And also, you can just go into zone mode and be like, all right, let's just start doing this. You get a little bit of it for each line you get. Yeah, barely even for Tetris. It doesn't count towards the 30 lines you need to get to the next area, but it helps you clear some of the board if you really get into a bad shape. And I would say also the really interesting thing that this game does that you would not have expected is that it really is kind of a great teaching tool for Tetris. So yeah, let's quit out here. This effect mode, let's see, where am I at? Yeah, so you can see I got a level up there. I've not beaten journey mode yet. Like on the other difficulty, I'm either up in this top center thing I'm looking at or over here, I forget. I still have a bit more to go, but it's a little bit tough where I'm at. Effect mode is sort of where regular Tetris is. And there are avatars and such. I can just go hang out and look around at all this stuff. People on my friends list that are on here and all that. But also, it just has all the different modes here. And a lot of this stuff is maybe not directly telling you it's teaching you things, but there are some of these here that are actually really good about teaching you T-spins or you know, about the various other terms, line clears, back-to-back Tetrises, all the various things that they have trophies for as well. And it really teaches you Tetris pretty well, especially with this grade stuff here. As you can see, some of these things I'm not great at, though some of it I am. There's a really cool thing here. I'm probably going over my time, but I'll show you this mystery mode. And so you can play with any of the skins you have unlocked. I don't know that I have it unlocked, but there's like a Game Boy style skin for this, but let's pull up something cool here. That Jazz, that was one that I can make it endless if I want. You know, you can tune the stuff a little bit if you want. But this mystery mode just throws a bunch of weird effects. Random effects, yeah. So I'll zoom in a little bit. This is just big Tetris. I can look up here. I can also look around. The building's falling apart, I guess. Flying into the ether. It's pretty slow right now. I'm going to save that one. But yeah, there's a whole Tetris thing you can do of like, you know, fill this up, try and build up this whole thing here on the... What's going on? I probably can't bank anything. Nope, I can. No hold. Okay, now I can't hold anything. I think it was telling me I was going to have something come in. I think it's saying it's about to end. No next. Okay, so it's not going to tell me what's coming up next. I've already made bad... There we go. And so yeah, it has essentially challenged me to get 150 lines. I think you may not necessarily guess is that you can fail this a bunch of times. It just wants you to get to 150 lines. And so yeah, I've messed this up enough so far. Oh, it's telling me there are bombs. I need to clear those lines, those areas. It's telling me 4 more. Or it's just gonna blow up that stuff. Which it doesn't really matter because I'm screwing around up here at the top. Oh, it just spun it around a bit. Doesn't really affect much. Oh. Oh, I got a giant block coming down. Oh god. This... Okay. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, if you play the Luminous, this... None of this should be too surprising. They changed all the blocks to match the skin you're on. No ghost, so I don't know where it's gonna go, if I'm guessing, but this thing is so high up here that it's not really an issue. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, okay, I don't... I screwed that up. Oh. This is one of the best parts of this whole thing. Oh. There. Oh, no. There we go. Oh. Yeah, so we're gonna quit this. I'm not getting nauseous from that. It's just, I need to end the video at some point. So, that is Tetris Effect. It's out on PS4 and PC. It is our number 8 game of 2018. It's really good. It's got all of the stuff you want as far as like regular Tetris here, but also trippy. You can tell this is from the guy that made Rez and Luminous and Space Channel 5 and all this stuff, because it very much, you could see all that throughout the various things that I have shown here. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more of our top 10 games of 2018.